Good evening and welcome. My name is Betsy Compton and I am the principal here at Texas School of the Arts, better known as TeSA. We're really glad that you could join us tonight to learn more about our school. Before we officially begin, I'd like to make some introductions, starting with our Chief Academic Officer and Deputy Superintendent, Anika Perkins.
Thank you, Mrs. Compton. Wow, TeSA has an amazing principal. Mrs. Compton, we thank you for all that you do for the staff and students here at TeSA.
Thank you.
I'm super excited to be the new Chief Academic Officer, and I'm super excited about the work that we are doing academically and through the arts for our students here at TeSA. We have made a commitment to ensure that we not only provide a high quality education, but also a 21st century education for all of our students. We have the privilege of serving a diverse population of students, and we have put systems in place to first provide a viable, aligned curriculum, to provide high quality educators, and to provide one-to-one technology so our students have an opportunity for blended instruction so that we can support our students academically, artistically, emotionally, and socially through this pandemic. We would love the honor to be able to help your child prepare for their future. And I have the opportunity of introducing our visionary leader, our CEO, and our superintendent, Mr. Paul Gravely.
Ms. Perkins, Ms. Compton, thank you. Y'all are two incredible leaders, and it's great to be able to sit here with you to learn more tonight about TeSA, the Texas School of the Arts, and its relationship that it has between arts and academics. As the CEO of the Texas Center for Arts and Academics, TCAA, there's a lot of letters involved. We'll try and figure that out. But we've got TCAA, we've got TeSA, and tonight it is our joy and our opportunity to be able to tell you about what's going on at TeSA and to invite you to be a part of this place. We at TCAA are committed to high quality academics. We want every child, no matter where they are, no matter what they've already learned, to be able to learn here at TeSA so that they can then be prepared for the future. And then we believe in our model of arts, and you'll hear later from all of the art directors here at TeSA and how we incorporate that. But it's incredible. They get to dance. There's a dance studio. There's a choir room. There is a full art studio that is right here on our campus, because everything that we read about in research says that if we can combine arts and academics, it leads to brighter future for kids. And that's exactly what we want to do. You're going to learn a lot tonight. Betsy and Anika, or Ms. Compton and Ms. Perkins, will lead you through that. But I want you to know that this is a special place, and we hope you will consider Texas School of the Arts for your child's elementary education. So I'll turn it back over to Ms. Compton and Ms. Perkins, and y'all take it away. Thank you so much for your leadership, and I look forward to myself learning tonight what's going on at this great campus.
Thank you so much. And again, we're glad that you are joining us as well. And throughout the night, as you start to think of questions, you are welcome to put those into the chat. We have an amazing team here helping us behind the scenes, including one of our very own loved teachers, Ms. Staub, one of our fourth grade team members. Yay. So go ahead and throw those questions in as you have them, and hopefully by the end of the night, you'll know everything you need to know about Texas School of the Arts. So the first thing we're going to do is watch a short video with interviews of our 4 fine arts teachers. So that's right, all of our students, kinder through 5th grade, get to participate in all 4 fine arts areas. And so we want to get started by hearing a little bit about what they have to say about Texas School of the Arts. My name is Betsy Compton, and I am principal of Texas School of the Arts, or TeSA. This is my second year as principal, and previously I served for 2 years as the District Curriculum and Instruction Director, overseeing all fine arts and academics at both TeSA and our sister school, Fort Worth Academy of Fine Arts. Texas School of the Arts is a true elementary school, serving kindergarten through 5th grade. And what makes us stand out from other elementaries is our focus on high-quality instruction in both the arts and academics. Most elementary schools only offer art and music for 20 to 30 minutes a few times per week. However, at TeSA, our students have creative instruction through their fine arts and PE classes for up to 1.5 hours per day. Another thing that's different about TeSA is that our academic classes are departmentalized in all grades. In kindergarten, our students primarily stay with their homeroom teacher and just join another teacher for either their social studies or science instruction. Then, starting in 1st grade, our students split their time between 2 or 3 teachers for all of their academic subjects. This allows teachers to specialize in just 1 or 2 contents and be able to dive deep into the material and have more time for planning specific instructional strategies for their students. One important skill that all of our TeSA students can learn, and can be a struggle for some personalities more than others, is dealing with change. Our students change clothes, change teachers, change classes, and even change their performance material as part of the artistic process. This means that our students learn how to plan, organize, and adapt. We are busy, 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 and these skills help our students now and in the future. My favorite thing about TeSA is the small school environment. With just about 300 students, everyone gets to know each other well. Behind the scenes, our teachers call each other by their first names and work collaboratively to best serve our students. Our students also get to know each other well by creating, planning, and executing performances and projects in all of their classes. Even as principal, I think I know every single student in the school, even if they haven't needed to visit my office. Texas School of the Arts is truly a magical place where students can engage in a loving community and discover their individual artistic voices. I'm excited for you to now hear from our 4 fine arts teachers and learn more about the arts at TeSA.
Hello, my name is Kelsey Kilgore, and I am in my 3rd year as the theater director at Texas School of the Arts. At the beginning of each year, we start by learning or reviewing the 3 actors' tools: the voice, the body, and the mind. We develop these tools in an informal setting through classroom activities such as warm-ups, dramatizations, and ensemble building exercises. Later, in the winter, we produce a formal production where students showcase their performing arts talent. Then in the spring, dance, music, and theater collaborate to produce several musicals. When I was in 6th grade, my middle school offered a 9-week rotation to explore the different fine arts before selecting an elective. We spent 9 weeks in choir, visual art, orchestra, and theater. This opportunity to wet my feet in each discipline led me to theater. I found a love I didn't know I have, which has shaped my education and career path. The opportunity for students to participate in all disciplines and receive rigorous academic instruction is what makes TeSA unique. What I love most about TeSA is the opportunity for students, starting at kindergarten, to receive fine arts instruction from highly qualified professionals who dedicate their lives to learning more about their discipline. Not only are we experienced, degreed fine arts teachers, we also actively perform in productions and showcase our art in exhibits around the Metroplex. Our level of professionalism helps us better collaborate as a team and inspire our students. More than anything, I feel privileged to come alongside children and chaperone them in their creativity. If you are looking for a place for your child to come in and belong, TeSA is the place for you.
Hi, my name is Allie Grover, and I am the visual arts teacher at Texas School of the Arts. This is my 4th year teaching here at TeSA and my 12th year of teaching art. I'm also a professional artist, and as an artist, I believe it is important for students to learn to be problem solvers and have fun being creative. Every grade comes to art for at least 40 minutes, even kindergarten. We teach fine arts on a rotating schedule, so students come to art every third day. In art, students have the opportunity to paint, make 3D sculptures, use pastels, sew, and use many more art materials to create and learn different ways to express an idea. I love incorporating art history and world cultures into our curriculum, as art is a universal language and a way to express ourselves. I have loved TeSA since the moment I started teaching here. I even encouraged both my children to audition and go here. One of my sons graduated last year and my youngest is in 4th grade right now. I believe TeSA was the best school to help them get both the academics and the creative opportunities that they needed. The teachers have such amazing patience and caring hearts to help each student to succeed. We're a small school, so everyone knows everyone. We are a family here at TeSA. Thank you for your interest in Texas School of the Arts. I look forward to seeing your shining star.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Seabrook and I'm the dance director at Texas School of the Arts. Here at TeSA, students are presented with a variety of dance disciplines ranging from ballet, jazz, contemporary, musical theater, and hip-hop. Ballet is introduced at the beginning of each semester as the foundation of dance technique. Other disciplines are added as students work to master technique, artistry, and performance skills. My goal is to give students a well-rounded and robust dance education in multiple disciplines so that they develop an appreciation for various dance forms. All students participate in all the fine arts: dance, theater, art, and music. Students attend 2 fine arts classes a day on a rotating basis, along with PE. Students are given the opportunity to showcase their talent throughout the year by performing in a winter production, spring musical, class showcases, and community performances throughout the Metroplex. In my 14 years teaching at Texas School of the Arts, I have found that what I love best about TeSA is the environment and school climate. Through artistic rigor, positive support structures, and collaboration, TeSA's unique blend of academics and fine arts is why I myself have my 2 children attending here. Texas School of the Arts provides enrichment for the artistically minded student. If your student shows a passion for the fine arts, TeSA is a wonderful gem of a school.
Hello, my name is Mr. Brassfield and I'm the music teacher at Texas School of the Arts. This is my first year teaching at TeSA and I am very excited about the opportunity to work with the students that attend this fantastic school. The curriculum I teach is a sound before sight system influenced by the Kodai method, where students will hear, feel, and experience a concept before it will be fully presented and practiced. Starting in kindergarten, students will learn about comparatives like fast versus slow, loud versus soft, and the big beat versus the little beat, along with simple games and songs that will be used later on in their music education. As the students advance in grade levels, they begin to learn solfege and rhythms and how those work with songs to form the music they listen to. Approaching the upper grades, students will begin to practice how to audiate other parts of music as they perform their music with others. In performance, students will learn the basics of how their voices work together to form a larger instrument, and how the little changes they make together can form a huge impact on the songs they sing for others. Starting to work with kindergarten as they begin is wonderful because I get to teach them simple concepts that will help them understand the more advanced concepts as they get older. What I love most about teaching here at TeSA is that I get to see my students multiple times a week, so it's easier to teach these concepts and make music together. And it is so fun getting to share the joy of music with my students.
Hi everyone, I'm Shayna Ferraro, the Community Programs Director for TCAA, and I could not be more excited for you to learn about our amazing schools. Joining us tonight for this virtual open house was a great way to start your application journey. Another opportunity I want to encourage you to take advantage of is our campus tours. Please know that our tours have limited dates and group sizes, so you'll want to sign up as soon as possible by going to our admissions page on our website. Admission to our schools is a 2-step process. First, you will need to apply during our open enrollment period, which runs from January 12th until February 14th. The application will be on our website during those dates only. Once your application is received, you will be contacted to schedule your audition date. All students must complete an audition. Result letters are placed in the mail around the 3rd week of March. All of our auditions will be held online this year. We currently have all of our audition requirements listed on our website, so you can look through and see which audition area will be best for your student. You can see if anything needs to be prepared in advance, what will be expected during the actual audition, and how the audition will be scored. All of these materials can be found on the admissions page on our website. I also want to encourage you to sign up for our audition workshop on January 15th. During this online event, we will walk you through exactly how our online audition runs and answer all of your questions. Details for this event, as well as the form to sign up, are found on the admissions page of our website. Before we go, I want to introduce you to the person who will be walking you through the whole application journey. Miss Paula Fukuhara is our Fine Arts Administrative Assistant. She is going to give you a few reminders.
Hello, I am Paula Fukuhara and I'm the Fine Arts Administrative Assistant for TCAA. When you submit your application, I will be the one to send you an email to set up your audition day and time. Please remember to get those applications in between January 12th and February 14th. I cannot wait to start this journey with you.
Welcome back. We are here live at TeSA. For those of you who are just joining us, if you've missed out on the beginning, don't worry. This is being recorded and you will be able to come back and watch it all again. If you have specific questions about anything that you just heard our teachers say, please be sure to put them in the chat and we will be able to field those questions at the end of tonight's programming. You know, one of the things that I really loved hearing our teachers talk about and allude to is the fact that we're like a family here at TeSA. We do have, as mentioned, several teachers whose own children have auditioned and come to the school. And we've had children whose parents, after seeing the atmosphere here at TeSA, have decided to apply and become teachers here at the school. And I think that really just speaks volumes about our campus culture. You know, last year, our theme of the year was "There's no place like TeSA," which I kind of hated to walk away from because that's such a great theme and so true. But this year's theme is equally amazing. We are the TeSA Stars, and we use that acronym STAR for a lot of things around here. We, first of all, want our students to be self-aware. It's so important to be a good learner, to be aware of yourself. And we want them to be teachable. For the T, of course, that goes hand in hand with education and fine arts in every aspect. We want our students to have open minds and open hearts and be ready to learn every single day. Of course, we want them to be artistic for the A as a fine arts school. And you just got to hear from our amazing fine arts teachers, but we see the arts in all of our classrooms around TeSA. And so it's great to see that everywhere you look around the building. And then lastly, for our STAR acronym, we want our students to be responsible. And so we are trying to grow 21st century learners, students that have amazing skills for the classroom setting and beyond. And so those are just a few of the ways that we are really focusing on our culture here at TeSA. In this next video, you're going to see a little bit more of the campus and get to see a little more of the ways that our students interact throughout their school day. And you'll notice some really fun things on the walls and on the floors and in every single classroom around the building. So again, if you have questions as you watch, please be sure to go ahead and throw them in the chat, and we will take care of those when we get back after this next video. Welcome to Texas School of the Arts, or TeSA. We are a true elementary school serving students in kindergarten through 5th grades. As an audition-based school, all of our students audition in dance, theater, music, and visual arts. We look forward to seeing your students' audition videos, but first, let's take a tour. All of our students here at Texas School of the Arts take all 4 fine art forms and rotate through on a 3-day cycle for art, dance, and theater, and a 2-day cycle for PE and music. In art class, our students get to experience all the different mediums. Let's go in and take a look. So one thing you may have noticed in art class is that students were wearing both types of our uniforms. That's because students get to participate in 2 fine arts classes a day. So they may go to both art and PE, or they might go to dance and to music. Welcome to our dance studio. All of our students, kinder through 5th grade, get to take dance with us. We base our dance classes in ballet since it's the basis of all classical dance forms. But throughout the year, our students get to experience other things as well. Let's take a look. Welcome to the Kathleen E. Connors Theater. This is our theater classroom throughout the day where all of our students in kinder through 5th grade take class. But it's also a true black box theater and can be used as a performance space where we can fit just over 100 audience members.
Come on in and have a seat.
Our organization was founded by the Texas Boys Choir, so of course vocal music will always be near and dear to our hearts. But it's our goal as a true elementary school for our students to feel prepared to move on into middle school and pursue whichever musical interests they may have. Our students should feel confident to join the choir, orchestra, or band and move forward as musicians the rest of their lives. Welcome to our gym/cafeteria. Every day we use this space for our PE classes, and then we pull out the tables for lunch. In PE, our students get to be really creative, playing games and using things like what you see behind me, our drum fit balls. Drum fit is a great way to incorporate the rhythms and music that they are learning in music class into the physicality that they need in PE. So now we're inside of a 4th grade classroom. And one of the things you may notice is that we have Chromebooks. In all of our 3rd through 5th grade classrooms, we do have a 1-to-1 ratio of Chromebooks that students may use while they're here at school. We also have a 1-to-1 ratio of iPads in 2nd grade, and we're working on building up to have the same ratio for kindergarten and 1st here in the next couple of months. These are great to have on campus so that teachers can use them for full group instruction, small groups, or just individually as students are able to finish other tasks and need to work on an educational program at their own pace.
Go ahead and start looking at your title. What do you think this is going to be about as soon as you get it? Tornadoes and hurricanes.
In addition to using our iPads for group and individual learning, they can also be used for testing. We have several educational programs in which the students are able to play games and read books so that we can assess where they are now and where we need to work to go next. Welcome to the TeSA Library. In an age when everything is now digital, we love having real books to put in the hands of kids. All of our students, K through 5th grade, are required to have a reading log, and they can check out books right here in our very own library. All of our teachers are trained to be their very own librarian, and then we have volunteers from our PTO, our parent-teacher organization, who come weekly to clean the books, check them in, and put them back on the shelves for the next reader. All of our 3rd through 5th grade students are issued a locker so that they have a place to keep their change of clothes and personal belongings throughout the day. As a uniformed school, it is important for our students to be wearing their regular school uniform in their academic classes and then changing into their dance or PE uniform when they go to their fine arts. This allows them the space to keep their things and be ready to go at all times. Welcome back again. Again, if you're just joining us, we are recording live tonight, so you'll be able to go back and watch this video again and share it with your friends and family. And if you know that you're already interested in applying for TeSA, be sure you go to our homepage, which is artsacademics.org, and there you will be able to read more about TeSA on our website and find all of the information that you need to apply. And as a reminder, our open enrollment period is from January 12th until February 14th. So you've got some time to get that taken care of. You know, in watching that video, again, I'm just always struck by how amazing our campus is. And I spoke with you earlier about our acronym STAR. And using that acronym is part of a larger system called PBIS. Again, more acronyms in education. And PBIS stands for Positive Behavior Interventions and Support. And that is a program that's actually used nationwide. And within that, we teach our students the behaviors that we expect every day at school that help them be successful students and then successful citizens out in the world. Another part of that are the things that you saw in the video all around the school, the things that make the kids jump and laugh and skip, like the floor tape in the hallway. They are encouraged to use as they transition between classes. The fact that every grade level gets at least 20 minutes of recess every day where they can play creatively and unstructuredly. And of course, all of the fabulous teaching that is happening around the building. One of the unique things about TeSA is that all of our teachers are using creative instruction, which we interpret as using the National Core Art Standards. And so within all of the classes, and you saw glimpses of this in the video, you can see students creating and performing, responding to each other, responding to important works of art, and connecting with their peers and the teachers around them. So we hope that you are inspired by these things just like we are. So we are almost to that last part of our evening, which is the question and answer portion. So Ms. Perkins and I are here ready to answer your questions. Please start typing those into the chat now if you have not already. And if you don't have a question now, but you think of one later, you are always welcome to reach out to us. We'll make sure that our emails are put there on the Facebook page for you to be able to respond. It's really easy because it's always first name dot last name. So you can reach me at betsy.compton@mytesa, which is TESA.org, with all of those questions that you think of in the middle of the night, and we'll be sure to get back to you with your answers. So we have an awesome team, as I mentioned, helping us, and so I'm going to go ahead and get started with those first questions that have come through. And it looks like we have a question of what grades are offered at TeSA, and that's an easy one. We start here at kindergarten and go through 5th grade. So we are a true elementary school serving K-5. And the next question kind of goes hand in hand with that. Do students have to audition every year? The answer is no, they don't have to audition for the school every year. So once they've auditioned, whether that's as a kindergarten student or as a 3rd or 4th grade student, they never have to audition for the school again. Now we may have some other auditions. For example, our current 4th and 5th graders are auditioning for The Little Mermaid Junior, which we will be performing in May. And there are other small group performances and ensemble performances that happen throughout the year. But your spot as a student at TeSA is protected once you join us. All right, it looks like our next question is if we have a special education program. And the answer is yes, we do. As a public charter school, we are governed by the same laws as all other public schools. And so we service our children with whatever it is they need. So whether they transfer to us from another school where they were already on an IEP or a 504 plan, or whether we discover while they're here that they need a little extra assistance in the classroom, we have the personnel and the programs in place to make sure we can do all of the appropriate testing and then give them that support, whether it's in the classroom or outside of the classroom while they're here at school. And we have a question of what safety protocols are in place. That's a great question. I know that's on the minds and hearts of all of our families out there right now. And of course, something that we take very, very seriously here at TeSA. We have a few things that we have in place. For example, we do background checks for anyone who chooses to volunteer. And of course, we strongly want our volunteers. We strongly encourage you to please come and fill out that background check application once your child is coming here, because we love our parent volunteers. As you heard in the video, we have parent volunteers that help here in the library, but they also help all around the school building, and we love everything that they're able to do for us. And that background check is just one way that we're able to make sure that we have safe people in the building. We also have a really great working relationship with the city of Edgecliff Village. So that's where we are right now. So we are surrounded on all sides by the city of Fort Worth, but we are our own municipality. So we have our own mayor, we have our own city council, our own fire department, and they are all amazing. In fact, we'll have some of them out here tomorrow working on making sure that our building is safe. Our fire chief will be with us to make sure that everything is in place for our kiddos, and we couldn't be more pleased with the support that we've received from the city. So our next question is there tuition? And that's an easy no. There is no tuition because, again, we are a public charter school, and so therefore we do not charge tuition. We do not have a bunch of fees. Of course, there are always going to be expenses. Anytime you have a kid, there's going to be expenses. And probably the biggest expense for our parents is the school uniform. So you saw our kids in their uniforms in the video. We have an academic uniform, and then we have a PE and dance uniform. And we know kids grow fast, and so we have a great relationship, again, with our families where we have a resale shop, and you can buy gently used clothing, or you can go directly to the uniform vendor and buy those pieces new. All right, the next question is about auditions, and that's the exciting part because that's when we start to get to know our students for the first time. And all of our auditions for the 22-23 school year will be online. And so that's why it's going to be important for you to go to our website, artsacademics.org, where you can read all about the audition criteria. We have some really great how-to information for everything you need to know, from what to prepare ahead of time, what to expect in the audition, and then how to turn that back in so that your student can be adjudicated. And so please be sure you check out that website so that you can get that taken care of. And in those auditions, your child will be participating in all 4 fine arts. That's very important to us as a true elementary school, that we are giving our students the full experience of all of the arts. And we know that as they move on into middle school, some of them will choose to specialize and just pick maybe 1 or 2 of those fine arts that they will pursue as they move on in their academic and maybe even professional careers. But as an elementary, they get to rotate through all. So during the audition process, they will have a music audition, and that's one part that they will get to prepare in advance for our older students, and then some things that they'll do in the moment. A theater audition, which again, for our older students in 3rd through 5th grade, will have a portion they get to prepare ahead of time, as well as some in the moment. And then art and dance, which will be completely unscripted ahead of time, just turn on the camera and go for all of our students, kindergarten through 5th grade. All right, our next question is, how is the construction next to the school going to affect the parking lot and drop off and pickup? Well, I wish I had a magic ball because I think that's how I'd be able to answer this question. But all I can say is just that we've had a really great working relationship so far with the city and in turn with the builder. They've been really polite and kind. Every time that they've had to do something that caused any kind of disruption, they've come over and talked to us, made sure that we knew that that was going to happen, that we could prepare for it. And they actually have our bell schedule. So they've been very careful to plan all of the big trucks and big equipment that are coming through at times that are not when we would naturally have a lot of traffic. Of course, nothing's going to be perfect. I'm sure there will be a problem at some point, but it's not something that we expect any major issues with so far. All right, our next question is, where do our students traditionally attend for junior high, and then specifically to keep up the arts? So that is completely a family choice. We do have students who choose to audition and potentially attend FWAFA, our sister school, Fort Worth Academy of Fine Arts. And of course, we highly recommend that. We work very closely with FWAFA. We have, of course, a shared administrative staff. We have very similar curriculum. And so we do have a pretty high success rate of our students who leave TeSA and audition and come into FWAFA. But nothing is guaranteed because we are 2 completely different school districts. And so we are required by Texas law to have 2 separate audition processes. Other than FWAFA, we want to just make sure that your kiddo is supported. So that's actually something that our counselor, Ms. Wallace, is working on right now with our current 5th graders. She sends out a survey to the parents, asks what kind of information they need, and then she puts together a presentation for them specific to what they want for their child for the middle school experience. All right, our next question is, if the kids start at TeSA, will they need to re-audition for FWAFA? And we just covered that, and that answer was yes, they will need to re-audition. And again, we hope that they will do a really great job because we're doing everything we can to prepare them for whatever that choice for middle school may be, whether it's to continue in the arts as a participant or just to appreciate as they continue something else. And our next question is, do you have a gifted and talented program? We do. We call it GAP, G-A-P, which stands for Gifted and Talented Program. And so with that, we have our instructional specialist, Miss Julie Murray, who heads that up, and she works closely with our teachers. We have a nomination period every spring, and we take a look at our students to see what it is they may need so they can have more of an individualized approach. There are some things that we do for all of our gifted and talented students, and then some things that are specific to the student or specific to the grade level, because especially as an art school, we don't believe in the cookie cutter approach. We want to make sure that every kid is getting exactly what they need. All right, the next question is, are the auditions live or recorded and sent in? They're kind of both, because we want you to emulate the live real audition experience. And so you will be recording your child doing the audition, and then at the end of your recording, you will then be uploading that to send it in. So we are asking for parents not to keep redoing it and redoing it. We are looking for that true, authentic audition experience. And so hopefully that helps on your end to not take up too much of your time. And then it also helps us see exactly what they would be like in a class participating in each of those arts disciplines. And the next question is somewhat related to that, asking again about auditions. Are kids expected to already have a good background in the arts before the audition? And the answer is no. You can look on the website and see the score sheet and see the rubric so that you'll know exactly how your child is being adjudicated for the audition. And you'll see that in every single category, one of the things for our youngest students is following directions. So we are looking for students who are motivated, who are interested, who can follow the directions that they are being given in the time and seem to really want to be able to do what they are doing. Next question is, how big are the classes? Well, I know this is something that we love as educators, that we can say that we have very small class sizes here. We cap our kindergarten at 18, so we will not go beyond 18 in a class for kinder, and then we cap first grade and up at 20. And so that's pretty low compared to what you'll find in most public school settings, and that's just for their actual classroom teacher. But when you break it down and look at it with our team of 5 MTSS or multiple tiered systems and supports, we have additional aides and special education teachers, dyslexia teachers that are in and out of the classrooms. And so frequently there are 2 teachers in a class instead of just 1, making that ratio even smaller. And the next question is, are academics and arts expected to be on the same level? I'm not sure I'm going to answer this correctly. I think there could be multiple ways to interpret that question. So if I don't get this the way you're wanting, please come back in the chat and clarify further. But what I'm guessing you mean is, how are the classes structured? Are they by grade or ability? And so in that terms, I can let you know that all of our kindergartners are in an art class together. All of our first graders are in an art class together. And so they are grade specific until we get into our oldest grades. And in 4th and 5th grades, we are doing something that's actually launching in the spring semester, starting in January, now that they've had the first semester under their belts, called Fine Arts Fridays. And that allows our oldest students to self-select into their favorite class, and also some auditioned classes that will be offered all in that time period of their fine arts, so that we can have some more advanced dancers that want to just dance and be able to do some more advanced work that they might not could do with the regular grade level. Kids who really want to focus on doing something above and beyond in the art class. And so they'll be able to self-select into those groups and do a little more advanced work in that way. Next question is, how are the students graded? So that's a great question, and it depends on the grade level that you're asking about. So in kindergarten and first grade, we use what's called standards-based grading. And really that means that we are taking the TEKS, or the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills, and we are breaking them down to see what each specific standard is and how that student is performing with it. And so they are graded on a 1, a 2, or a 3. And then in 2nd grade and up, we move to a traditional numerical grade scale, probably like most of you are familiar with from your days in school as well. And then in our fine arts and in PE, our students are graded on a letter scale, ESNU, E being excellent. And so that gives our teachers a way to look at them holistically and then provide additional information. All right, so it looks like that is the end of our questions tonight. Thank you so much to everyone who added a question. Again, if you think of one later, please reach back out to us. You can find more information on our website, artsacademics.org. You can email us. Again, I'm betsy.compton@mytesa.org. We want to hear from you and make sure you have everything that you need. So thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time and we look forward to seeing your child's audition.